Greetings, brothers and sisters, Bartek here with the start of another Let's Play series, this time for the early access of Baldur's Gate 3, which is currently on patch 8, and which introduced the Bard class and the Gnome race. A short disclaimer before we start: I am not a D&D head and have just a very basic, rudimentary and bare-bones knowledge of the system and the rule set. Therefore, this Let's Play is not about min-maxing, making an optimal build and killing everything just by looking at it, or in the case of bards, singing them to an early grave. This run is all about having fun, getting to know the world, the story, and the characters. If you're looking for a pro playthrough, this is sadly not the place. At the same time, if you want to give feedback, some tips, perhaps share a tactic or two in a constructive and polite way, you're more than welcome to do so in the comments. Also, please remember to like and subscribe for more BG content and more. Okay, with this out of the way, let's press on with our adventure. Alright guys, so we're in the character creation menu, and as mentioned before, I am far from knowledgeable on D&D and BG3, so in order for this playthrough to make any kind of sense, I am going to base my build on a build guide which was done by WolfheartFPS. His channel is amazing when it comes to BG3 content. I'm gonna post a link to his channel in the description. He's also one of the guys who actually inspired me to start making YouTube videos. So basically, great guy, great YouTuber, and a great expert. And yeah, my build is going to be based on his video. Because patch 8 introduced the Bard class, we are going to play a Bard class, actually. And because my name is Bartek, and because we're playing a Bard class, I wanted to name my character Bart the Bard, but because the half-elf race, which I'm going to choose for this build, has not the best-looking male models, I decided to go with a female character, because we will be looking at her a lot during our playthrough in close-up game cutscenes and dialogues. And I decided that I just want to look at something pretty, something that is pleasant to the eye. So I'm going to call her Bartek Sa. Very imaginative, I know. But yeah, it is what it is. Her name is going to be Bartek Sa. She is going to be a half-elf bard. And she's going to be a wood half-elf bard. And the reason why we're going to do that is because the wood elves have a race feature. They start with a charisma +2. And also, we can add +1 constitution to her abilities, which will, according to WolfheartFPS, and I trust him wholeheartedly in this regard, it's going to come in handy later on in the game. So, okay, we've got that settled. we are going to also choose a background, and I believe we're going to go with the background entertainer because, well, we get a proficiency in performance thanks to this background, and performance is going to give us some performance proficiency is going to give us some benefits when it comes to playing a bard, but you're going to see that later on in the playthrough. All right, so we are Bartexa, the entertainer, wood half elf. We've got these race features sorted out. We're gonna go back. We're gonna come back to the appearance in a bit because I want to finish off with the creation of, like, you know, the assigning the spells and cantrips and whatnot. And the cantrips we're gonna leave as is. We're gonna go with Vicious Mockery and Blade Ward. An interesting thing about Vicious Mockery, guys. It says unleash a string of enchanted insults at a creature. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because Larian has, in fact, recorded precisely 97 different insults that your character is going to hurl at his or her opponents while casting this cantrip. It's going to be fun listening to them because, yeah, they're very creative, and I want to see what they prepared for us. Spells. We're going to go with a couple, again, basing on what Wolfheart FPS suggests. First off, we're going to go with Dissonant Whispers, because apart from, like, dealing 3 to 18 damage, it also gives us the fright. It also causes the frightened effect, which, you know, is always helpful. To frighten someone in combat is basically always something good. Then we're going to go with the Thunder Wave, which deals 2 to 16 damage and pushes your opponents, like, from ledges, cliffs, and this is handy because you actually, if you're lucky, you can get a one-shot, one-kill kind of thing if you manage to push someone over the edge with this. So we're definitely going with Thunder Wave, and we're going to go with Heroism, which is a fantastic spell because, as you can see in the description, the target can no longer be frightened and gains 5 temporary hit points each turn. Now, not being able to get frightened is awesome because lots of creatures in this game, well, they cause you to be frightened, so that's good, this immunity that you get from the spell. And also these 5 temporary hit points that you get, they act like a kind of a renewable armor, because before you actually start losing your main HP, you have to go down these extra 5 temporary hit points, which regenerate every turn as long as you are able to maintain concentration. So yeah, definitely gonna go with Heroism, and just in case, we're going to go with the Healing Word to help ourselves out in a tight spot, if we, and we will. Let's be honest, we're gonna find ourselves in a tight spot more often than not. Starting instrument. This is going to be so cool because Larian has prepared a selection of 5 instruments. These are the hand drum. Let me show you what they look like from the back. You can have the flute, you can have the lute, you can have the lyre, and you can have the violin. Now, this is cosmetic, but not only, well, not specifically cosmetic, because it also influences the sounds of your spells that are being cast. So if you're casting, let's say, Dissonant Whispers, it's going to sound differently if you're using a violin or if you're using a hand drum. Also, the bard has a cool ability to perform. That means to play music and to catch certain NPCs' attention. They come up to you, and if you pass a performance check, they can even give you money. But the really cool thing about this is, like, you're drawing their attention, and at the same time, the rest of the party can go behind their back and do some dirty deeds. You know what I mean? So basically, you're a decoy. And again, you can play different melodies and different songs, and the sound that you get is going to differ from instrument to instrument. Now, I'm tempted to go with the standard lute, but I'm actually going to start off with the hand drum, because why not? We're going to go with the hand drum, guys. And the actions is Bardic Inspiration, which I'll explain as we go along. Now, for the skills, we've got acrobatics and performance. These are granted by the entertainment background that we chose. We also have a stealth skill that is gained from being a wood half-elf. And do I want to change anything here? Deception, insight, intimidation, persuasion. No, sleight of hand. No, because we're going to get a bonus to that later on. Nature, medicine. I'm going to actually leave it as it is. Deception is going to be used in dialogues. Intimidation is also going to be used in dialogue. And persuasion is going to be used in dialogue. And charisma is going to be our driving stat. It's going to probably give us better options, like better bonuses in dialogues. Okay, and now for abilities. Again, I'm going to have to look at my little cheat sheet. Okay, we're going to need 8 strength. We've got that. 15 dex. We've got that. We're going to have 14 con, 12 intellect, 10 wisdom, and charisma 17. Okay, so that seems that we're actually by default we've got the proper stats. We can dump strength. We're not going to be using that. Mainly, we're going to use charisma for spellcasting and dialogue options, and we're going to have quite a high constitution. A +2 bonus will suffice for the start, because constitution is required to maintain concentration spells, of which we are having now 1 heroism, and there will be more in the future, probably as we level up. Okay, so you got these abilities. Now for the appearance. Let's start off with the voice. There are in the early access 4 voices, 2 for male, 2 for female.
Where to next?
That's the male.
What was that?
That's the female. That's number 3.
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Is the other male.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Okay, and
Be wary. This place is trapped. It's opened. More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. Where to next?
yeah, okay, we're gonna go with voice number 4, and we're going to choose a different head. There are a total of 4 heads in early access, and we're going to choose head number 2. I like her expression, her facial expression. Okay, we're going to leave the skin color as it is. I'm not going to maybe make her a bit paler, or tanner. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. We can change the eye color as well. And I have one favorite eye color. Yes, those icy blues. Now, these are perfect, in my opinion, for an evil character, but I have another disclaimer, guys. I can't bring myself to play an evil character. For some damn reason, I don't know if you guys, some of you at least, have the same affliction, let's say, but I just can't be cruel to NPCs. For some reason, I just can't. It's against my nature. I'm a pretty chill guy in real life, and I tend to do good. I'm not a big fan of evil. It's too much of that shit going around in the world as is. So yeah, we're gonna play as a good character with beautiful but evil-looking icy blue eyes. All right, hairstyle. Now, patch 8 implemented lots of new hairstyles, and as you can see, they're divided into 3A, and basically 2 groups, and B. By default, the Bs are rather masculine, more masculine hairstyles, whereas A1, like the ones with the letter A, are aimed rather at the females. But as you can see, they work incredibly well with both genders. So it's really not that important if you're choosing a B or A for either male or female. It has to like fit your taste, and basically that's it. It just has to look good on your character. Remember, you're going to be looking at that character for a long time. Like, for example, I like this one. This one, even though it's like well, not by default, but you know what I mean. It's like theoretically male, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it for my female. I'm going to choose a hair color too. Oh, by the way, there's also facial hair. And if you want, you can make a woman with a beard Up to you, whatever you want. That's a majestic beard. Holy shit, that is a majestic beard. Ilarion gives you the freedom to customize your character to fit your liking, whatever you want. If you want to go zany, if you want to go crazy, go ahead. But we're going to go with shaved, I believe is the expression. And change the hair color, maybe go with for something more golden. Blah, 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 blah. I like these. This is not... The gray ones are too Siri-like. Ah, why not? This one looks nice. Okay, so we're gonna go with this color. Also, patch 8 introduced highlights. So if we want, we can have a blonde with purple highlights, which we can choose the intensity of. See? Awesome. Again, it's about customization, and the colors are really crazy. They can be crazy, like they were in the original Baldur's Gates. I mean, I remember you could also make a character with straight up red, green, or purple hair, whatever you fancied. But we're going to go with a more toned down look for this playthrough. For some reason, I don't know. Don't feel like... Or do I? Or do I? Again, guys, don't hate. When you play your own game, when you do your own character, you gotta do whatever you feel like. I'm just oh no, too purple. I'm just experimenting with what it looks like. Because I haven't played, well, Baldur's Gate 3 at all, and especially specifically the 8th patch. So this is all new for me. And there will be times during this playthrough when I just kind of like stare and glare and stop doing what I'm doing and just try to understand what's going on. I'm anticipating that. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go with the red highlights. Freaking, why the hell not? Also, when it comes to hair, you can choose to have some gray tones if you want to make your character have gray hair. You can also do that. You can choose the intensity of the graying, but we're going to go with pure blonde and red highlights. Okay, we can also go with a tattoo. I mean, there is an option to have a tattoo. But, you know what? I'm looking at this character, and I just can't get enough of, like, the details on the face. I mean, if you look closely, I don't know if OBS is going to record it so that you can see it, plus YouTube compression. But what I'm looking at is incredible skin detail. It's got little pores that you can basically count. You got little blemishes going on here on the nose and on the cheekbones. Amazing level of detail. I mean, this is really next level artisanship, craftsmanship, graphical craftsmanship. The skin shines like over here when it's lit properly. It's amazing. I just can't get enough of how good this thing looks. But I digress. Okay, tattoos. Do we want any? I don't think we do. Or do we? Oh no. Too hardcore for this. No, maybe if I made a barbarian, then why not? But I kind of like have Bartexa be more subtle than this. Do you know what? I'm gonna choose these swallows. Yeah, go on. Let's have a tattoo. And you can also switch up the makeup. You have 16 makeup options. I'm gonna zoom in to see. I'm a fan of like smoky eyes, I believe they're called. You can go totally saute without any makeup, which also looks great. If you ask me, you can go with... Where's the smoky eyes? Here we are. That's the smoky eyes. I think that's what they're called. This one's also nice. It's difficult to make a choice. I mean, if I weren't recording this, I would probably spend upwards of like an hour or two in the character creation section. I mean, in the appearance section. Because there's just so many really freaking cool options to choose from. I'm tempted to go with these, but these are a bit over the top. How about these? Again, we will be staring at this face for quite some time, so I want to make sure it's pleasant to the eye when we do. No. Okay, so 5 or 7. Wish I could make a poll right now, guys. See what you think. 5 or 7? 5. Yeah, go with 5. Or 7? Shit. This is taking more than expected, to be honest. Okay. Final decision. Going with 5. You can change the makeup color, of course, to make it stand out more. Whatever you feel like, guys. Okay, we're going to go with the classic black. Okay, before we venture forth, let's just see if we have everything. We are Bartexa, the entertainer of the Wood Half-Elf race, with a bonus to Dex and bonus to Constitution. Okay, everything checks out. Appearance is done. Class, we are a bard with the Vicious Mockery and Blade Ward cantrip and 4 level 1 spells, which are Dissonant Whispers, Thunderwave, Heroism, and Healing Word. And we are going with the... Not sure about the hand drum. No. Sorry, guys. We're going classic. A bard. Maybe I've seen too many fantasy movies and played too many fantasy games, but a bard has to have a lute. Maybe we'll switch it out later on as we go along. But for the start, I want a lute. I just want a lute. Okay. And the skills are good. And the skills with proficiency are also okay. Abilities, all ability points assigned. Fantastic. Let's venture forth.
Tell me, who do you dream of at night?
Alright, so apparently this is another appearance menu where we can spend like hours upon hours of just saying who we dream of at night. Oh Jesus, no, definitely don't dream of Githyanki. And so, just to cut it short, I don't really know what purpose this serves. Perhaps who do you dream of? So maybe this kind of hints at a character that's going to appear in your dreams. So why the hell not? Let's go for a drow. And just to make it a bit quicker. Oh no, you know what? I wanna just go more random. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. Okay, let's have pink eyes. Why the hell not? But I want long hair. But that's what I just want. I want long hair. That's the only thing I'm going to... This is like a Dracula kind of hairstyle. Have you seen the Bram Stoker Dracula? With Keanu Reeves and... Whoa, Jesus, I forgot the name who played Dracula, but he had a bun just like this, so... Not Dracula. Not in my playthrough. Okay. Again, taking too long. I do apologize. Alright. Fine, let's leave it at that. Hair color? Red? Blue? Why not? Blue. Okay. No highlights, no graying, no tats. Makeup? Random makeup. I'm closing my eyes and I'm clicking. I don't know which makeup it's going to be. It's going to be random. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, this one. And yeah, I think we're ready to venture forth, guys. There will be a cinematic here, so I'm just going to shut up and let you guys enjoy it. Basically, let's just agree from now on, moving forwards, if there's a cinematic, I'm not going to be commenting it. I don't want to spoil the mood for you guys. So, that being said, let's venture forth into the world of Faerun. that cinematic was an absolute bomb, if you ask me. The level of craftsmanship, again, by Larian, splendid. Here we are, Bartexa, the Bardess, inside a flaming Nautiloid ship that has gone through various planes of existence, as far as I can say from the cinematic. And because we are starting a new adventure post character creation, and the character creation took half an hour, I'm going to stop here, so as not to make this video too long. But fret not, I'm going to upload the character creation video and the first part of the playthrough, like proper, the one that we're in right now. I'm going to upload it back to back. So if you want, you can go straight to episode number 2 and see where Baldur's Gate 3, patch number 8, takes us. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified about future episodes. Like, comment in a polite and constructive manner, and I'll see you guys really soon. Thanks for listening. Bartek out.